40, 70% under the age of 35, 50% under the age of 25. Unemployment in Iran is 30%. Unemployment in the age cohort of 15 to 29 is 70% of that 30%. 63% of university entrants are women. Only 12.3% of labor force is women. Namely, 50% of those who graduate from university, women, they go back to their parents' home, wait to get married before they can go out of their parents' home. Marry whom? Obviously, people in the age group of 15 to 29, right? Namely, 70% of those 30% unemployed. And they call this a middle-class revolution? What middle class? Just because they have a dyed hair or a fancy eyeglass, they become middle class? What middle class? Having a job, being able to marry, have a kid, have a roof over your head, isn't that the basic that they have middle class aspirations? If that qualifies you for being beaten up on your head, or kidnapped and raped. The big lie, Iran is an existential threat to Israel. Iran has intention to develop nuclear arms. Iran has connection to Al-Qaeda. As of this last time that Ahmadinejad was in New York, Stephanopoulos of the ABC had an interview with him in which he said, what do you say to those who say that Osama bin Laden is in Iran? What Osama bin Laden? Iran is ruled by fanatical lunatics. These are all lies. But the newcomb Israeli propaganda machinery keeps repeating them so that they become self-evident. Facts. Iran has no nuclear arms. Israel does. Iran has no connection to Al-Qaeda. Iran is a Shi'i country. Al-Qaeda is Wahhabi Sunnis. The Wahhabi Sunnis hate Shi'is more than they hate the West. Iran is not ruled by fanatical lunatics, by self-serving, perfectly rational, calculating, smart asses. They are regionally powerful and they are a match for Israel and US, and they want and they will exact a share of regional power. There is nothing the US, Israel can do to weaken Iran. If they attack it, they will strengthen it. If they negotiate with it, they will strengthen it. Israel has found its match through the creation of asymmetric warfare. In the region, what you have is the best metaphor is American football. Iran is like a quarterback with 3 wide receivers. Hamas, Hezbollah, and Mahdi's army. Asymmetrical warfare. Conventional army after the June 2006 invasion of Lebanon no longer works. Hezbollah is more powerful after the Israeli invasion of Lebanon than it was before. Hezbollah in Lebanon. Hamas in Palestine is even more powerful in Gaza than it was after the Israeli invasion of 2008-2009. Nothing about the Green Movement, and as I understand and promote it, and I don't represent Mousavi. Mousavi represents me. I voted for him. You follow? This notion of I speak on behalf of Mousavi is absolute nonsense. Today, Guardian published an article in which Mousavi categorically denounced the United Nations imposition of sanctions on Iran. And people from your own campus, right here, went to United States Congress, crafted the word crippling sanctions, and they attributed to Mousavi. In a country, in a political culture, that crippling sanction is a prelude to military strike. In a population of 26 million in Iraq, 500,000 kids perished from malnutrition and absence of drugs for children during the economic sanctions, beginning with President Clinton's administration. In a population of 72 million, what is going to be a crippling sanction to them? Crippling who? Pastaran? Are you kidding me? Pastaran are going to thrive with economic sanctions. They were selling, the Pastaran was selling Iraqi oil and making a profit off of it. The good news, however, for the world is that with the same token, that the world doesn't know what to do with the Islamic Republic, whatever they do with the Islamic Republic, it will strengthen it. Islamic Republic doesn't know what to do with the Green Movement. Whatever they do with the Green Movement, they will make it more strong. Iranian nuclear controversy in 2 sentences. This is from a blogger from Middle East Reality. Simply means that Israel doesn't want anybody in the region to be its match. So, when you put all of these things together, we come to the great philosophical conclusion. It's not easy being Greek. I was just telling Simon outside. You are caught between a rock and a very hard place. If you turn to the mounting propaganda against Iran in preparation for sanction and military strike, you will lose sight of the human rights abuses and the civil rights movement in Iran. If you turn to the mounting criminal atrocities of the Islamic Republic, you lose sight of the mounting threat against Iran and Iranians. Every time you hear a neocon Zionist propaganda machinery targeting Iran in defense of the Green Movement, you want to open your window and scream against this astounding hypocrisy. Every time you hear of rape and torture and cold-blooded murder in the dungeons of the Islamic Republic and dismissal of the Green Movement as a US-Israeli-Saudi plot, you want to open your window and scream against this this insanity. So every time you hear the endorsement of the Green Movement by a warmonger, old or neocon, or a new liberal, every time you hear the denunciation of the Green Movement by what Martin Luther King called white liberals, this is what you want to do. So what do? Maybe we should just pack and go and go fishing, as I did in June 2006, this in Beirut. And just a week after this picture was taken, the Israelis invaded Lebanon. So, as you're contemplating what to do in this conundrum, somebody, like Sharare, who's my friend in my Facebook, sends you this. Perception that we have are between two visual regimes. One is sinister, cruel in a bad way. These are all, none of them is my doing. This is all off the internet, all over the internet. When you're looking at this picture, these are not Ahmadinejad, dear friends. These are unique.